With patch 5.1, one of the coolest things to do in game is Rift of Oblivion. Now this one is a solo dungeon with a daily reset located in Nostra, Saphora Forest if you're an Asmodian, or the equivalent if you're an Ilios. Now this one, Rift of Oblivion, should be at the top of your priority list to do on a daily basis in the game, yeah? Because it's one of the best ways to level up at this moment. Why is it the best? Because it's super comfy. It applies to all classes because, you know, not all classes can solo grind level 75 elites and so on. It is very easy to do. It is super rewarding in terms of experience gain. Now, we're gonna go inside. This one is gonna be a live guide for this dungeon. I'm gonna talk while I'm doing it. Before we go inside, let me show you what you can actually get if you do the dungeon normally. If you're trying to get a rank, you can get with 12 tokens a reset scroll. As you notice, I have 0. I'm gonna tell you later why, because I never ever do any ranks in this dungeon. You can get a pair of mediocre wannabe PvP wings. Um, if you like the skin, maybe that's the only purpose why you would do a couple of ranked ones just to get this particular skin. You can get a mediocre title. You can get another mediocre title. You can get a bundle of master stigmas, which it contains actually chalices, which I assume they are the abyss items that you can exchange for abyss points, and you can get another large bundle of ancient chalices which contains 5 chalices instead of 1. Yeah, that's about it. That's all you can get. But it doesn't matter actually what you can get, because even if you like the wings, even if you're a title collector, I strongly advise you not to do this dungeon ranked, but just to do it in terms of experience, yeah, because there is 2 ways. Now that we entered, you see you have a timer to get ready. There are 2 ways of doing this dungeon. Option number 1, you can either go for a ranked version, so you can get those tokens, but then you're not gonna go for an experience run, which is a super bad thing to do, because the only point of this dungeon at this moment is to get the experience that it offers. Or you can go for a full experience run, which takes a lot less time and is a lot more rewarding. Now, you can transform in this dungeon in 4 transformations. You can click the door to exit. We're going to click the door, we're going to exit. If I use a running scroll and then I transform into a fire, for example, you're going to see that the running scroll is going to go off. So obviously use the running scroll after you transform into specific transformations. Now, there are all sorts of mobs. You can kill them if you want experience, and if you only do 1 of these runs a day. The reset is 1 per day, yeah? That's at least in Europe, not sure how it is in North America. Now, the first patch of mobs, you need to kill them because you cannot skip them. The skills that you can use in terms of fire transformation are here on the top. They are already bound to numbers. You don't need to do anything else. If you want more experience, you can definitely go ahead and kill the other patch as well. Not needed, because the bulk of the experience in this dungeon is from these guys right there and not from the regular mobs, yeah? If you only do 1 run because you don't use reset scrolls or whatnot, then maybe you would want to kill all the mobs. But I don't recommend that, because obviously kind of a waste of time. Yeah, you need to be very efficient with your time, because some days maybe you only have like half an hour to play the game because you're working or whatnot. But if you have lots of time, go ahead and clear every single thing. Now you have 4 transformations, all of them you can transform in each. Depending on the circumstance and depending on the type of mobs that you encounter, you have to transform into specific transformations in order to do more damage to the particular mob. For example, we target this fat guy right here, and we can see that he is actually in a magical form at the moment. Now, when a mob, this guy or just the regular simple mobs, are transformed into magical form, you need to be yourself transformed into this fire transformation. When a mob is transformed into a special form right here, you need to be yourself transformed into a water transformation. When a mob is transformed into a warrior form, you need to be a wind form yourself, yeah? And Finally, when a mob is transformed into a assassin form, you need to be transformed into an earth transformation yourself. That is to maximize the damage that you do to these particular mobs. Yeah. So this one is in a magical form. I'm gonna transform into a fire, and we're gonna go ahead and kill him. Yeah. While we go ahead and kill him, I'm gonna drag this chat here so you guys can actually see. Now these four skills, they do various things. Yeah, one of them is an AoE, the other one is a mini stun plus a portion of that damage heals you. This is for fire. The first skill is a charge. Basically you charge at the target. It doesn't really matter at the moment. This is also on top of the fact that it's super rewarding in terms of experience. This is also nice for you to get used to being transformed in these various transformation skills, because obviously eventually all of us are going to get to 75 and are going to have the transformations, and if you're not quite comfortable using them yet, you might have a little bit of a problem when it comes to being fast and doing the right things, because there are 4 transformations and they each have their own, you know, unique rotation that you need to use and so on and so forth. So it's important and it's also fun. On top of the fact that it gives shitloads of experience, it's also super fun because obviously it's new. These transformation skills are new to most of us, and yeah, you know, we don't have them yet because we're not 75. This is the experience that you get from regular mobs. I actually got Energy of Growth right after I entered from a pack of mobs. So 714,000 with Energy of Growth, which is 223. So that's about the 500k per regular mob. As you saw, they die really fast. So, and you're always going to be pulling like, I don't know, packs of 5 mobs. 5 mobs, they die in a couple of seconds, and basically 5 multiplied with 500k, that's already 2.5 million, you know, just for a couple of seconds. Yeah, so super comfortable to do. As you can see, this boss, this elite mob is almost dead. It died so fast because I was using the proper transformation for this. If I would have used a earth transformation, then this would be at the moment probably about 60% of HP. Now, before I kill him, I want you to know that I only have Energy of Growth for this one. I don't have anything else. This is a mob, so it's considered as a grind, which means that every event that increases your XP, for example, by 50%, 70, 100% more XP events, they give you more XP. It gives you a bag of ancient coins. You get 10 ancient coins per one you kill, and it gives you 42 million XP. This is with the 6 million from Energy of Growth. Now, without the 6 million from Energy of Growth, it would be about 36 million XP. Now, 36 million XP for what? 1 minute, 2 minutes of killing this mob is an amazing amount of XP. If you have a double XP event, then that's not already 36 million, it's already 72 million XP per one of these fat guys. Now, I was talking to you about doing a rank run or an XP run. Now, an XP run is what we're going to do in this video. These fat mobs, they don't give you any points for the run. Yeah, these mobs at the beginning, they don't give you any points. You're gonna see that now we're gonna use a running scroll because we're gonna skip all these mobs that pop here. However, you're gonna see that they're gonna aggro on me, and also you're gonna see that they have points. Yeah, they also aggro each other, so if you aggro the first pack, you're gonna aggro all the other packs as well. These mobs give you points, so if you want to do a ranked run, then obviously you're going to want to kill those mobs so you can get a lot more points. You have half an hour to do this, and obviously for a rank, you need to be super fast. Yeah, we are going to ignore all of these mobs because as you saw, they give us 500k XP. These mobs we're going to pass as well, and we're going to kill these. Actually, never mind, scratch that, not gonna pass anything. This is good because I can show you also some other things. So the last skill, number 4 on fire, we're gonna call them 1, 2, 3, 4 on each transformation. That's also a fear, so that's really good. Now, when I'm in this kind of trouble, I'm gonna exit my transformation and I'm gonna use very fast again the fire transform. to have full HP and full mana. Yeah, this is a thing that you can do in order to maximize your runs. If you feel like you're in trouble, then definitely exit the transformation and you have another clean slate. Don't exit it too late, because as you saw right there, I was almost dead. So just exit it in time and do a good job, yeah, if you want rank run. We got some points, we don't need them. These are teleport statues. You can even rush to here, you can die, and you can go back at the beginning, and then you can just click this teleporter at the beginning, it pushes you right here, yeah. Cool. These mobs again give points. These ones we kinda need to kill because there is a barrier that we cannot pass. If you're doing a ranked run for some stupid reason, which you shouldn't be doing anytime a ranked run here, um, you should definitely kill all of the mobs that give you actually points, yeah? These mobs are in a special form, so in order to maximize our damage to these particular mobs, we should have been in the water transform. But for trash mobs, it doesn't matter that much. This guy can be skipped as well, he goes on the NPC. However, it does give you 550 points, so it's important for you to kill him if by any weird reason you're doing a ranked run here. This guy is in warrior form. Warrior form is my favorite because I need to transform into air, which air is actually my favorite transformation. Air 1 pushes you into a state in which you cannot move. However, this particular state gives you the ability that Air 2 would reset the cooldown for Air 3 and Air 4. As you can see, the more I'm pressing Air 1, the more the cooldown for these Air 2, Air 3 and Air 4 goes away. Now Air 4 is available as well. The more I go, the more it resets the cooldown, and so on and so forth. These warrior forms die the fastest in my opinion. Maybe I'm just enjoying the air transformation the most. However, you have to be transformed into the proper transformation in order to kill these mobs fast. Remember, if the mob is in a magical form, you need to be fire. If the mob is in a warrior form, you need to be air. If the mob is in a special form, you need to be water. And if the mob is in an assassin form, you need to be earth. Now, if the mob is an assassin form, that's the shittiest form you can get, because the earth transformation does the lowest amount of damage. So obviously it takes the most amount of time to kill these mobs. Now, before we kill this guy, I'm gonna show you how this looks like with an 100% experience charm on. In North America, you get these 100% experience charms for level 66 and above for free if you level up to level 10. You get, I think, 3 of them. As many alts as you make, level 10 or more, the more experience charms you can get. At the moment, I have an experience charm 100% for 2 hours, and I'm getting 76 million XP, minus 4 million energy of growth, which you keep getting in this dungeon. That's 72 million XP. Now, 72 million XP, let me tell you what that means. Of course, you shouldn't be doing this dungeon without a double XP charm. If you're in North America, it's super easy. You can do it every day, and then when you want to deposit some money in the cash shop to buy reset scrolls. By the way, reset scrolls for this dungeon super cool because you can just use them. They have no cooldown, and you can just go non-stop and do this dungeon. If you ever want to deposit in AION, maybe for your birthday, maybe you just work and you just want to deposit, then reset scrolls for Rift of Oblivion are the cheesiest, coolest, easiest, comfiest way for you to get XP. Not all classes can solo grind. Not everyone likes to mindlessly kill mobs for 12 hours a day or 6 hours a day in order to get good levels. So Rift of Oblivion is comfy, it applies to all the classes, and it's super, super rewarding. I mean super rewarding, yeah? I was saying 76 million, so 72 million like this without an energy of growth. That means that 76 million is more than all of your leaders quest each day. Leaders quest is actually no, it's not more, it's a bit less. Leaders quest is 4 leaders that takes you about half an hour to finish all 4, and they give you 26 million XP per pop, which means in turn that 26 multiplied by 4, it's a little bit over 100 million XP. Yeah, leaders compared to, so 4 leaders for one fat guy, 3 leaders for one fat guy in this dungeon, and there are 3 fat guys. This guy is again in warrior form. That's super good for me. I would have wanted to show you the other forms as well, but cannot say I'm upset about being in the water form, in the air form. Now, on top of this 76 million, if you want to go full cash shop, yeah, you can also use a Tea of Recovery that gives you extra XP. Now, I'm gonna pop for this last fat guy, I'm gonna pop a Tea of Recovery as well, so you guys can see exactly what's going on. Obviously, I have lots of reset scrolls for this dungeon, because it's possible through the cash shop, and it's one of the coolest things that you can possibly get from the cash shop these days. Cash shops are expensive. In Europe, for example, one reset scroll for this dungeon costs 50 AION coins. 50 AION coins is half of a gold pack. A gold pack sells with 100 million. So a reset scroll for this particular dungeon is 50 million Kina. 50 million Kina is definitely not that much. If you're doing some Runatorium, the new Runatorium in 5.1, you can get those PvP accessories. You can sell one with 250, 500 million, and there you go, you have already 10 reset scrolls for this, yeah? With Tea of Recovery, we're gonna get a lot more XP. Keep in mind that it is a lot better to keep your real money for when there's a double XP event. We got 92 million for one of these fat guys with a Tea of Recovery and the double XP charm. In North America, as I said, and I'm going to emphasize on this, it is the XP charms are for free for 66 plus people. In Europe, they cost in the cash shop 69 coins. Yeah, so basically 69 coins for 2 hours of double XP plus another Tea of Recovery that you can afford with in-game money. Then we can actually definitely make a small calculation. Um, let's see, 69 AION coins, that's plus a reset scroll, which is 50 AION coins, that's 120 AION coins, which is 120 million. Now, for 120 million Kina, you can do this dungeon with a reset scroll and with a double XP charm. That's for 120 million Kina. And with those things on, without the Tea of Recovery, you get in total for this dungeon about 220 million of XP. That's for 120 million Kina. If you're lucky to have Kina in game, if you're grinding, if you're farming, if you're selling, then you can easily get each day your regular run. You can get another 2 runs if you want to spend some real money or some in-game money as well, because everything that I have can be bought obviously with Kina. Now the last boss is definitely from this room onwards. Up there is the last boss. We're not even going to attempt it because I don't advise any of you to attempt it. It is pointless. It gives you some experience, but there is no point. After this, what I do, I either die, if I'm on my Templar, or if I'm on my Assassin, I have Soul Sickness, I don't die, I go to Nostra, I use a reset scroll, I go back in because I want to take full advantage of a 2-hour XP scrolls. It took us, what? It took us about 10 minutes to finish this whole thing. It can be faster if I'm not talking. So yeah, for 10 minutes to get over 200 million XP every day, that's super awesome. 200 million XP, that is 2 times your daily leaders quest, which takes half an hour. So there you go. Super rewarding, super cheesy, super fun. I wish you guys enjoy 5.1 in North America as well. I'm enjoying it in Europe, and all of you that play in Europe, go ahead and do this. It's super cool, super nice. You can even gather reset scrolls and then buy one of these XP charms and just go ahead and do 10 in a row. In the meantime, guys, lots of love. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon.